If you're not live streaming your gaming sessions to more than one social media platform, what are you doing? Seriously, get some help. For real though, guys, when you do this thing called multi-streaming, it allows you to grow your brand and audience across multiple platforms at the same time using just one stream. How would you accomplish that using Streamlabs Desktop? Well, it's actually quite easy. Let me show you. Right now, you can see my Streamlabs Desktop project open here, and what they have added to their software is a thing called next to the sources section. And when you click on that, this is going to open up your settings menu where you're going to be presented with your horizontal and vertical by 1080. And then if I go to the vertical tab, this is where I can adjust the vertical canvas resolution that I'll be streaming in. So that can either be 720 by 1280 or 1080p by 1920. The next thing we're going to want to do is head over to the end. So that can either be 720 by 1280 or 1080p by 1920. The next thing we're going to want to do is head over to the stream tab, and within by 1280, if I go to the vertical tab, so under horizontal, you can see that my canvas is a 1920 by 1080. And then if I go to the vertical tab, this is where I can adjust the vertical canvas resolution that I'll be streaming in. So that can either be 720 by 1280 or 1080p by 1920. The next thing we're going to want to do is head over to the stream tab. And within here, this is where you can set up the different locations you're going to be streaming to. So if you've typically just been streaming in horizontal format to Twitch or YouTube, you probably already have that linked and set up here. But if you want to stream to Instagram or TikTok in vertical format, you're going to want to go ahead and create a Streamlabs ID. It's actually very simple and straightforward to do. You're just going to sign up with an email, and that will essentially link all of the different social media and link your TikTok account. It will bring up your Streamlabs dashboard, and from there you can go ahead and select the merge option, and that'll bring up TikTok's website where you can log in using one of the options there, and that will link your TikTok with your Streamlabs account. Now when you go back into your Streamlabs desktop stream settings, you will see the account linked. Now in order to link your Instagram, you will need to have your stream URL and stream key from this platform in order to stream to it. Once you're good with your settings, go ahead and select the done option to apply those settings. And now you're going to be presented with your two canvases. The horizontal should be on the left and then your vertical on the right. If you select any of your sources, you're going to see that they map to both the horizontal and vertical output. Now, let's say you want to hide certain elements on one or the other outputs. Well, if you just hover over one of the sources, let's go with the face cam border here, you can go over to the right hand side and you're going to see two options. One is going to be hide from horizontal, which is that more landscape looking icon. And then the other one next to that is going to be hide from vertical, which is that slimmer looking icon. So let's say I don't want the face cam border to be in vertical. All I need to do is select that option. And as you can see, it is gone from my vertical output. One thing that's missing out of my vertical output is my face cam. So that's one thing I did have hidden, and I'm going to show it again right here. But as you can see, the elements within my vertical output are totally jacked up. Who's gonna watch a stream looking this freaking messy? I mean, I wouldn't. Maybe you would. So all we got to do is just take and grab the elements just like you would on the horizontal side to be adjusted accordingly on the vertical end. It's looking better, right? Since we're playing the game Fortnite, some of the information that you can see in horizontal, you can't see in vertical, such as that information on the right hand side where it says how many kills do I have, and even when the storm circle is closing in. So what I'm going to do is take this Elgato 4K X capture card source. I'm going to copy it, and then we're going to paste it with Control V. And what I'm going to do here is find that important information on the vertical side, and I'm going to select the Alt button to bring it in the sides of this source. If you're on Mac, you can use the Option key and hold it down to move it in like this. But once I have what I want, I can just blow it up. I think that looks pretty good. And then we can go ahead and lock this stuff into place. And when you do click the lock button, and then we can go ahead and lock this stuff into place. And when you do click the lock button, it's gonna lock on both the horizontal and the vertical canvases. So just by selecting the go live button on the bottom right hand side, this is going to bring up our go live menu, and this is where we can add an additional destination to stream to. I'm gonna go with TikTok here, and that's gonna load up the TikTok channel that I'll be streaming to, Midnight Man. It's gonna be in vertical format, and then for YouTube, that is what it's gonna be in horizontal. Now with TikTok, if you're not approved to go live on their platform, there is a link right here that you can click, and that will take you to a page where you can apply to be a streamer on TikTok's site. When you do apply, it does help to have a channel already somewhat established to where they can prove that you are a legitimate creator and you are on that grind, you are trying to hustle, but you're gonna need to add that channel owner. Now there are some guidelines you shouldn't have to wait, but if you want to get some more details to tweak, select the additional. You want to stream, guys, gonna push us on YouTube as well as TikTok all at the same time. And now we can just have fun streaming. We're gonna see our chat here on the right-hand side, as well as our multi-stream chat as well. That way we can interact and respond to everybody's messages here at the same time. Another thing to note is when you do a record and push us to YouTube, as well, I'm gonna go with TikTok here, and that's gonna load up the TikTok channel that I'll be streaming to, Midnight Man. It's gonna be in vertical format, and then for YouTube, that is what it's gonna be in horizontal. Now with TikTok, if you're not approved to go live on their platform, there is a link right here that you can click, and that will take you to a page where you can apply to be a link right here. TikTok, if you're not approved to go live on their platform, there is a
밀고 밀어도 피부는 쓰리고 깔끔함은 아쉽다면 이제 시리즈 9 프로 플러스 한 번에 4단계 멀티 커팅이 마이너스 0.01mm까지 피부는 편안하게 저녁까지 깔끔하게 브라운.
So the very first thing that you want to do to be able to go ahead and stream to Facebook utilizing Streamlabs is you want to come to your Facebook gaming page. If you haven't created a gaming page, I went ahead and put a link in the description. Now, walks gaming page. If you haven't created a gaming page, I went ahead and put a link in the description. Now,